what I've found through my travels is that, and I think it may be the same issue here in Singapore as it is in America, but in, let's say in Kuala Lumpur and in Indonesia and other parts of the world where, for example, if you look at the timeline of technology, let's just say digital technology to make it very specific, let's say it's steps 0 through 10. America has been, we created the internet. In my state of California, we literally created the internet. And it went from, step 0 all the way to 10. America has been at the forefront of every step, if 10 is where we're currently at. If you're talking about Bhutan, Congo, Kenya, Indonesia, they weren't there. They weren't there for step 0 when we were in 1994 going, this is an email address and you can send messages to your friends for free. This was in 93, 94. What? What are you talking about? For free? Yeah, anywhere. It was fascinating to us. So we were there through the entire evolution of digital technology. So one thing I've noticed with digitization and technology is that America, because of the investments and relationships that we have, let's say for technology, let's say for emails, what was very fascinating to me was when I received my first contract, PDF, from an organization in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. As probably Singaporeans, as an American, we would get that through a formal email with my office managers. No, the organizer sent me a PDF on WhatsApp and said, hey man, sign it when you can, send it back. Like, it was just so strange to me. What I'm saying is that in these regions now, parts of the world where there hasn't been any attachment, let's say to email, they're much quicker to adopt and they're much more agile with technology than Americans because we've had these deep relationships to past technologies that it's very hard for us to move on. And I recognize that, so people may say, oh, these new countries. No, text messaging, this part of the world was text messaging 5, 10 years before, like at the rates, because I've traveled over here, and the way that you all were text messaging before us in America was crazy to me. Everyone was text messaging. And when I look at the world now, sometimes there are faults. When you're the leader, it actually hurts. And that's why they say, pioneers perish, settlers thrive. Sometimes you don't want to be at the front. So all this like, first mover advantage, we used to talk about that during our MBA. Oh, you want a first mover advantage? Nah. If you look at every industry, it was the last player in the market to close the door on the entire industry. Social media, and that's a wrap. If you're gonna talk to me and come to me with a pitch like, we're a social media company, I'd laugh because those giants have closed the door on that space. And new Googles, Facebooks won't be in that space. So when I was doing my MBA, we were talking about what's a post-Google world, and we were just in, what does a post-Google world look? There's no such thing as a post-Google world. Google is it. And she said to us, relax, all, because when I was in school, all we were talking about was email banners. Email banners is it. That's it. We're done. Money, forget it. So I'm telling you all, there is a post-Google world. So what came after Google? What was the next Google? The next Google wasn't a search engine, right? The next Google was this guy called Elon Musk, right? So the next Elon Musk, the next Tesla, the next SpaceX is not even going to be that. It may be in the field. Some kids right now in a public housing here in Singapore may be coming up with the next development or iteration of what's truly going to be AI. Right? Robotics, machine learning. And that's probably going to be, right now, the new oil is data, big data, thick data, data scientists, right? And just trying to understand and crunch this data and come with meaningful interpretations of where this can all go. Because data is out there. It's all out there. But how do we use it? So that's what I've realized. There is some problems when you are the leader and you're so close to the trees that you don't see the forest.